Hey beauties, and welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be another shop mustache video. If you guys haven't already, go ahead and subscribe down below. I do post these videos every Saturday, so something that you don't want to miss out on. Go ahead and make sure you click that little notification bell. That way you don't ever miss out any of my videos when I first post them. I do try to post them around 8 a.m. in the morning. But yeah, let's go ahead and shop mustache. So this week for eyeshadow palette, I did take my Carly Bible Duplex Edition with BH Cosmetics. I do really like this eyeshadow palette. I did make some really pretty wearable looks. So I said, like, for work, I typically wear like one eyeshadow, two eyeshadows, and that's about it. This is a really good palette for doing that. It was a limited edition. I don't think that it's available anymore, unfortunately, and this was a while ago. But you know, it's in my collection, so I do need to put some use into it. Of course, I won't be creating any looks with this palette on here on my channel, but I did want to get some use out of it. So of course, I feel like putting it in my shop mustache was okay. For foundation this week, I did have the Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation, and I don't know, I like it, but I don't like it. I like it because the coverage is super pretty. I do like it when it first applies, but it doesn't wear very well. And I did try changing it from the primer that I was using, which was also Smashbox, and used a different primer. I don't know, maybe I should just keep testing it out and see how it wears with other primers. If I don't like it though, I think I might end up returning it. It just dries too quickly. It is really mattifying. And like I said, it doesn't wear nicely. Like when you first apply it, it looks really pretty. But throughout the day, it starts to look cakey, it separates, and it's just not cute. So, I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep trying it out with different primers and see if maybe there's a primer that just works good with it. For concealer, I had my Hourglass Concealer, the Vanish Veil Concealer. I think that's what it's called. This is a really good concealer. It's super full coverage. I feel like I could almost get away with using this as a foundation itself. That's how the coverage is amazing on this concealer. But really, really enjoyed it this week. For color corrector, I did use my Becca Eye Brightener. That's what this one looks like. I do really, really like this product. I am just about done with it. So you can see it's like literally just in the rim now. So almost done. Not quite there yet, but almost. So as I was saying, this is the Smashbox Primerizer Primer. I do really like this one with different foundations, like more mattifying foundations, but with that one it just didn't play well. So I don't know if maybe the primer's expired, if they just didn't mix well together, because that one's matte and this one is moisturizing. But I typically do tend to do that with my foundations and primers, and I never have an issue, so I'm not sure. We'll have to see. I'll keep you guys updated, but it doesn't smell. I don't think that it's expired. I don't think I've had this in my collection very long, as you can tell. I am almost done. It's like down here already, so I'm going to be done with this soon. Maybe I'll pick this out in a few weeks again to use. For bronzer this week, I did choose my BH Cosmetics bronzer. This is the Brilliance bronzer. It's a satin finish bronzer in Cocoa Cutie. Oh my god, this bronzer is so pretty. I love it, you guys. Really, really pretty. It is a little bit more of an orange bronzer, so if you don't like those type of bronzers, you may not like this one. Again, I don't ever remember the prices of any of the products that I purchased, so I'll leave it in the description box below or here on the screen for you guys to see, but super pretty. I love this bronzer. For blush, I did have this from Alamar Cosmetics. This is the Cultrit Blush Trio. Really, really pretty, as you guys had seen in last week's video if you did watch it. Absolutely love this palette. Doesn't look like I got much use out of it, but I did. Mainly these two shades here because those two are my favorite. But really, really good. Love it. For mascara, I did have the Grande Drama Intense Thickening Mascara. Again, it's nothing too special. I did get this in my BoxyCharm. I definitely would not repurchase it, but since it is in my collection, I am going to go ahead and use this mascara. It did notice that it flaked a little bit. It is more on the drier side, and so far, no, I have not seen any improvement on my lashes, so I feel like it's more gimmicky than anything else, but it works. You know, it's a mascara. For powder this week, I did use my Kat Von D Lock-It powder. This is a little sample size I got for my birthday set from Sephora. I am almost done with this powder. And one thing that I do like about doing the Shop My Stash is that I am actually using up the products that I have, or at least the ones that I'm picking out. So like this one, like there's no way I ever would have finished it because I wouldn't have reached for it that often. But because I was using this on a daily basis, it is almost done. And for me, that is impressive. For eyeshadow primer this week, I did take the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer. A little bit with this really does go a long way. I expected it to be more like the eyeshadow primers that I had before, like the, what am I thinking of? The Too Faced eyeshadow primer, or even like the Maybelline one that I used to use. But no, this is extreme pigment. It's almost like a concealer for your eyes. Really, really pigment. A little bit, like I said, goes a long way with this one. Really, really pretty. Makes the eyeshadow look gorgeous. So I am happy that I picked it up. I feel like you don't even have to purchase the full-size one because with this, seeing as such a small amount really does go a long way. This is like a perfect size. You don't need the large one. And then these were my picks for my lipsticks this week. Did have the Anastasia, I think this is a lip gloss. Yeah, Kristen lip gloss. Then I had this Tarte paint, lip paint from, well, you know, Tarte. Then Home Slice, and the Urban Decay lipstick in Comfort Matte 1993. I mainly use these two, I'm not gonna lie. The looks that I created, I felt like the lip would have been too dark. I mean, I could have done it anyways, but still, like, I just didn't really go for this one. I feel also too like we're kind of out of season and I want to wear more pinks than browns, so that might be why. But I'm gonna go ahead and just put them all away and then see what I picked this week. So those are all the items that I used for last week. Now let's go ahead and shop my stash. Okay, so this week I want to use this. This is the NARS, what is it? I don't know. Oh, the Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation from NARS. So it's a luminous foundation, which I truly enjoy. I like a luminous, like glowy, you know, anything that has lumi or glowy in the description. It's like, yes, please, that is for me. But I did try this out already, even though, you know, I wasn't supposed to, but I did. I tried this out and I do really like it, but I am getting, or I did get oily with it, so I'm going to go ahead and pair this with a mattifying primer. But so far, I really like the coverage of this. I do like the finish. Really, really pretty. Just throughout the day, I do get oily. But this is what we're going to be taking this week. So I don't believe it. Almost everything is either pore filling or moisturizing. I think this is the only mattifying primer that I actually have in my collection currently. This is the e.l.f. Matte Putty Primer. I did pick this out in a Shop My Stash earlier, like in February, or maybe like the first time, but it didn't work with the foundation that I was using. It was too matte for my liking, so I'm going to go ahead and use this one this week with that foundation, and hopefully it works well. Okay, and again, I'm going to do concealer first, just because I like to match. Let's see, what do I want for concealer this week? Let me take this one. I haven't used this one in a long time. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. I use the shade 25, which I think it's medium, right? Yeah. In the shade medium, this concealer was my very first concealer, I believe, and I've been obsessed and in love with it ever since. I do have another one. I have this one. This is shade 20, which is the shade a little bit lighter than the medium. This is when I want to highlight that under eye, but since we are going to be working, this is the one I'm going to be picking for this week. I do need a color corrector for that one though, so let's see. I've basically gone through my color corrector, you guys. So you're going to start seeing some repeats. This is the NYX Dark Circle Corrector. Again, this is one of my favorites. First one I started off with as well. Really, really good. Okay, now for mascara this week. I think I'm going to take my Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I do like this mascara. The only problem I have with it is that it does flake, and it's an expensive ass mascara. So I'm like, we don't need to be flaking. But I do have it in my collection. I did receive this in my BoxyCharm, so I do need to use it. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this out. So you guys can see I don't have a very large collection, so you're about to start seeing repeats in them. I hope you guys don't mind. I'll definitely continue to do some shopping, so they're just more of trying out new stuff, but we'll see. So this is what I'm going to be using this week for mascara. Let's see, for eyeshadow primer, I'm going to go ahead and take my Maybelline Master Prime eyeshadow primer. Originally, this one was one of my favorites after they discontinued the one from Wet n Wild. It was a collaboration between Fergie and Wet n Wild. Then I discovered this one, and I actually really did enjoy it. This is a more of an luminous one. There is a matte one, and I think there's a white one as well, but this is the one that I would pick out. So I'm going to go ahead and pick this one for eyeshadow primer this week. Now, if you guys follow me on social media like Instagram and stuff like that, then you've seen that I kind of reorganized my makeup drawer. I did move my bronzers over to this side because I wanted to stack them up, since I did purchase a couple of new bronzers, which I'm about to share with you guys. It's going to be a little sneak peek because I am going to be doing either a vlog or a video. I haven't made up my mind yet on the new products I've purchased. So I did end up picking up this one from Urban Decay. This is their Beached Bronzer. I got the shade Bronzed, but the packaging is so pretty. Isn't that packaging gorgeous? I'm just like, oh my god, must have it. I had wanted it when it first released, but I'm glad that I didn't pick it up, because when it first released, it was just one shade. Now there's more than one. So this one's the medium one, there's a light, this one's the medium, and then there's a dark one, which I think is perfect because, you know, all of us have different skin tones and different requirements as far as what we need for bronzer. So there's that one. Again, if you also follow me on social media, you would have seen that I picked up this one from The Balm Cosmetics. This is the Bahama Mama bronzer. I had been wanting to try this forever. This is a old cult classic here on YouTube. If you've been watching YouTube for years, then you remember this bronzer. It's all anyone talked about before the butter bronzer came out. This was basically the butter bronzer. It is amazing how many people loved this bronzer, and I have always been wanting to try it, but just never purchased it. And then finally I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna grab it. So yeah, I bought this one. Then I also grabbed this one from Wet n Wild. I think this one's going to be a little too light for me, but I have to test it out to find out. This is in the shade Take It to Brazil. So this looks really pretty. It is in a luminous bronzer. Let me open it so you guys can see it better. I did swatch it, and that's why I say it's going to be too light. You see? So it's going to give me more of like a bronzer topper type of finish, where it's going to bronze a tiny bit, but it's going to be more luminous than anything else. So I'm not sure about this bronzer yet. I might have to go a shade darker, but the thing I don't like is that it didn't say which shade range is what. It just has these cute names, but it doesn't really tell you if it's the medium, if it's the light, if it's the dark, you know. So that was kind of hard, but this is one of them. I think those are all the new bronzers I bought. Just because I've been eyeing this bronzer, I'm going to go ahead and pick this one. The Bahama Mama from The Balm Cosmetics, because I've been wanting to try this bronzer forever, and I finally have it in my collection. So we're going to go ahead and take this one for use this week. Now for blush, I think this week I am going to pick along the lines from here. I don't know, maybe I'll pick a blush from here and a face palette. We shall see. This one's from Tarte Cosmetics. This is a new one. It's a limited edition to their line. This is B-Day Babe. It's part of their Amazonian clay. This is the first blush I own from Tarte that isn't a sample. I had a sample somewhere. maybe I got rid of it. But isn't it pretty? I do like their blushes. I think they're so pretty. I haven't obviously tried this one. It is new to my collection. It is a pinky flush blush, which I do like blushes like that, and it is a matte one. So we're gonna go ahead and take this one, and then maybe I'll pick a face palette with more luminous blushes because that's typically what I go for. But isn't the packaging so pretty? I'm not gonna lie, it's the reason I bought it. Now I'm gonna move over here to my highlights. So I did end up picking up this one as well with the Bahama Mama bronzer. This is the Mary Lou Luminizer, I believe it's called. Also another product that's a cult classic here on YouTube. This one I did use. I did test it out just because I couldn't wait, and I do want to continue using it. So I know I'm going to pick this one out. Well, at least I want to. But at the same time, if you guys look, I did purchase the correct shade from the Revlon Skin Lights Prismatic Highlights. So if you guys watch my videos, you already know that I said that I had purchased this, well, at least this one here, because someone that I watch here on my channel, Just Chab, had mentioned that this one actually is a dupe for the ABH Amarizi highlight. I ended up purchasing this one. When I talk too fast, I can't speak. I ended up getting this one because I thought it was this one, but then I realized, oh wait, no, that can't be right because this is gold. But I do want to test this one out, but I also want to pick a face palette. So I think I'm going to save this one for next week. I know I'm over here wasting your guys' time. Let's stack these up again. So I think I am going to take the Mary Lou Luminizer for this week as highlight. Okay. Obviously, we're in my face palette drawer now. This is why I want to pick the other highlights, because I do want to take out my Nicole Guerrero and Anastasia Beverly Hills palette. They did recently re-release this, so that's why I want to use it. I did purchase a backup, even though I'm nowhere close to hitting pan, or at least I don't think I am with any of these. I was kind of conserving it because I knew it was a limited edition, and I love this palette. The shades in here are so pretty. I absolutely love this one. This one's one of my favorite ones because it is an orangey, peachy highlight, and not too many are created like this one, and I think my skin's deep enough to where I could definitely wear this one and it looks gorgeous on. I do like orangey tones on me, even though sometimes they could come across a little too orange and it just makes me look like an Oompa Loompa, but it's okay, it's okay. But this is what I want to use this week because she's gorgeous though. Look at her. Then I did say that I wanted to pick another blush, so let's go ahead and take a look. Most of these face palettes are blush and bronzer, like this one. That is a blush and bronzer. I have the Becca Afterglow, which was sent to me by Coffee Break with Danny. She's like my ultimate favorite YouTuber, and back in the day, she had sent me this, and I do really like it. At first I thought it was an eyeshadow because of how small it is, but it's 3 highlights and then 2 blushes. So I'm like, I kind of don't want any more highlights because I do have that one. This one here is a cream, if I can get it out, from e.l.f. Cosmetics. It is a cream blush palette, and I kind of don't really want to do creams this week. I don't know. Let's see. I already used the NARS. I don't want to use that one. So like this one's from Pure Cosmetics. This is also, you know, bronzer, highlight, and blush, which I don't need any of those. I just want a blush palette. So let's see. Back here I have 2 of the Makeup Revolution. You can't see the name anymore, but it's from Makeup Revolution. This one is the Hot Spice palette, and this one here is the Sugar and Spice palette. I think the Hot Spice palette is the one that I like. Yeah. So as you can see, this one here gets the most lovin' from me, and it's because it is an orangey burnt shade. You know what? I think I am going to take this one. It's broken. This is actually one of like the first blush palettes I did purchase. So she is old, but absolutely love it, so I continue to use it. I haven't hit pan on any of them. Pretty close on hitting pan on this one too. So we'll see. We'll take this one. Oh, see, this one still kind of shows the name, but it's coming off. Now for powders. I'm going to take this one. I already know that I am. This is from Pretty Vulgar. I did receive this in a BoxyCharm as well. The reason I am taking this one is because it is a mattifying powder. So it's a mattifying setting powder. I did get rid of the puff because I don't use it. So there's like a lot of room in there and it makes a mess. But I haven't really used her. And I know one of the YouTubers I watch, I don't remember if it was Makeup with Mariela or one of the other girls that I watch, but they said they really enjoyed this one. So we're going to test her out this week and only use this one for this week and see how it goes, you know? So I know, a little bit of a different angle for my eyeshadow palettes, but I am using a different tripod to see what's kind of best for these type of videos. But we need to pick an eyeshadow palette for this week. And I'm not sure what to pick. Okay, so this one's from Alamar Cosmetics. I kind of want to use this one. This is the Reina de Caribel. I know my Spanish is horrible. Like, some things I can say, some things I can't. Reina de Caribel palette, and she is so pretty. Look at this. I am obsessed with this shade here. The other shades are pretty colorful, but I'm pretty sure that I will wear them since it is getting warmer. That little tropical feel, you know, using colors is coming to me. So I think I'm going to take this eyeshadow palette from this drawer. And then because I am going to pick another eyeshadow palette from a different drawer. My other drawer. I need to pick a more natural palette. We have this one from Butter London. This was actually gifted to me by a coworker. A lot of my coworkers do give me stuff. She was receiving BoxyCharm and she didn't like this eyeshadow palette. So it's really natural eyeshadow palette. Blue. Yeah, it has pops of colors, huh, Mamash? Blue. So I'm thinking about taking this one. Let me see. We also have the ColourPop Sweet Talk palette, which is more of a pinky nude palette, but it's super pretty. Yellow. That's gold. You like it? She likes the shimmery ones. So there's that one. Let's see. We already picked the Peachy Mattes. Otherwise, I would grab that one because it is an all matte palette. Mommy, found blue. Yeah, that one does have the blue. Yep. Then we also have these little mini ones on this side from e.l.f. that I could probably pick. What do you like, Marilyn?
I like this one.
You like that one? Should we take that one? Yeah. Okay. So we're going to take this one then. We're going to take this one from Butter London. And this one was from a BoxyCharm release. Was gifted to me by a coworker. So we're going to take that one and the other eyeshadow palette. Okay, so these are more eyeshadow palettes I don't ever pick, or, you know, palettes. I have this one here from Urban Decay. I have my Too Faced chocolate, what is it, chocolate gold palette, and then this one from Dose of Colors and Disney, which is the Mickey one. I like to display them because I like the packaging. Then these are just two lip palettes that I have. So I have more lipsticks here. When you guys kind of see me reaching down, these are the ones that I am looking at. So I do want to pick nude lipsticks again because I do go to work. This one I recently got. Again, another coworker gave me this. It's really pretty. I don't know this brand. It's a Half Caked, and this is in the shade Love. Low-key. Low-key. I thought it was love. But it's like a donut. Can you guys see? Isn't it cute? Then I do have the Disney Designer collection. It's all the princess lipsticks. I love the packaging, so I went ahead and kept it. That's your favorite one, huh, Mamash? So I think I might want to pick this one to go ahead and try it. It looks really pretty. Maybe I could swatch it for you guys. Let me see. Let me see if I can put the camera down. Okay, so here she is.
Hello.
It's like a pinky
Ooh.
red brown shade. Really pretty. I could see this working with that one of those two eyeshadow palettes. My daughter really wants me to pick a lipstick from this one. So let's see. That's Tiana.
Ariel.
This one's Belle. I think Belle's the one that I haven't used in a little while. It's got hand swatches. So it's almost the same shade as the other one, except it's a little bit matte, I guess, or maybe even shimmery. I don't know. It's almost the same shade. Dang, that's crazy. Huh.
Cool.
So there's that.
Mommy, are you supposed to put the lipsticks on your mouth, on your lips?
Yeah, but Mommy's swatching them. This one's Ariel. I think I had already picked Ariel in a previous Shop My Stash, but such a pretty nude.
Ooh.
So I think I'll go with the Belle shade, which is this one right here. Well, that other one's a little bit darker now, huh? So we're going to take that one as well, and I'm going to pick one more lipstick. Okay, I think I'm going to take this one from e.l.f. Cosmetics. This is in collaboration with Nabella Noor. It's really, really pretty. I'm going to go ahead and swatch it for you guys. It's a really pretty nude. Really pretty.
Really pretty.
It is really pretty, huh, baby?
Yeah.
So that's it right there. Just a really pretty nude lipstick. I feel like it's like your lips, but better. Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take this one for this week. Okay, so these are all the products that I did pick out for this week. We recap fairly quickly. For primer this week, we do have the e.l.f. Cosmetics Matte Putty Primer. And I'm picking this one because I am going to be using this foundation from NARS, which is an luminous primer. It is the Radiant Longwear Foundation. I'm going to be using my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade 25 Medium for concealer with the Dark Circle Corrector from NYX Cosmetics because Mama's got some panda eyes we need to conceal. For eyeshadow primer, I'm using the Maybelline Master Prime Eyeshadow Primer, Long Last Eyeshadow Base, what it's called. Mascara, the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. I have two eyeshadow palettes this week. This one from Better London, which is more a, wearable eyeshadow palette. Even though it's got some pop of colors, it's still more on the lighter side. We have the Alamar Cosmetics palette, Reina de Caribel palette. So pretty, absolutely love it. Look at these shades. Aren't they gorgeous? Love it. We have for blush, the Revlon Makeup Revolution eyeshadow palette, blush palette in Hot Spice was one of my cult favorites back in the day. Anastasia Beverly Hills Nicole Guerrero Glow Kit, Bahama Mama bronzer from The Balm Cosmetics, along with the Mary Lou Luminizer highlight. We have the Tarte Cosmetics B-Day Babe in their Amazonian Clay blush. For setting powder, the Pretty Vulgar setting powder. And then for lipsticks this week, we have this one from Half Caked Beauty, I guess. I don't know. In Low Key, we have from ColourPop and Designer Collection in the shade Belle. And then we have the e.l.f. times Nabella Noor lipstick. So we're going to go ahead and put everything in our drawer for this week. Okay, so that's my makeup drawer for this week. As you guys can see, I didn't switch out any of the eye pencils or the brow pencils, or brow products, I should say, because I don't really have that many of those things, and I don't want to keep pulling them over and over again. When I do switch them, I will show you guys. I did leave in my Smashbox Photo Finish Setting Spray because I didn't feel like I needed it with the foundation I was using last week from Smashbox. Again, I'm trying to figure out how I can use that foundation Because of that, I don't really like it, but this isn't a review of that, so we're going to go ahead and move on. If you guys truly enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. Make sure you hit that little notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video here on my channel so that you don't miss out on these weekly shop mustache. Yeah, but that's basically it, beauties. I hope you guys truly enjoyed it. Until next time, bye!